Here now is the program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison, together with her fellow millennials, they will be making a difference.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are now tuned in to Making a Difference. This is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of the day. I am your host and online friend, Erika Mison. So last week, I invited four youth organizations that started out to help throughout the pandemic. So we had Tiny Helpers PH, Super Chuper, Munting Pagsaludo, and Puso Kitchen. Now, if you missed out on that episode, don't worry. We have it on the program's Facebook page. So that's Making a Difference. And it's also on V81 Radio's Facebook page. So you can check it out after this episode. So for this week, I invited another organization, and it's pretty cool because they're also called Making a Difference. So actually, the name is Making a Difference Travel PH. We're not in any way connected. I was pretty surprised to hear that there's an organization called Making a Difference as well. Anyways, let's not prolong this anymore. I'd like to introduce Risa Barcelona and Mika Botial from Mad Travel PH or Making a Difference PH. Before I forget, they're part of the marketing team of Mad Travel. Hi, Risa and
Hi.
welcome.
Hi. How are you?
How are you, girls?
Okay naman.
Okay,
Energetic.
that's good. That's good. Okay, so before we talk about Mad Travel, maybe the viewers would want to get to know the both of you. So tell us something about yourselves. Maybe we could start with Risa.
Well, I've been working with Make a Difference Travel for I guess around more than 2 years now. I was driven to really join Mad Travel with a sense na parang it has travel involved, but then at the same time, parang they're able to weave in a way to help the community. So that's why I was really driven to join it in the first place. So, nandito pa rin ako.
So, but where did you graduate from, pala, Risa?
So, I graduated from LaSalle. So, advertising yung course ko in LaSalle.
Oh,
It's quite weird na I'm with a social enterprise, but then I'm able to use whatever I learned in my previous agency and apply it here.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Risa. How about you, Mika?
Hi. So, been with MAD for less than a year. Pero, I've already gone to MAD Travel. I work with the marketing team. I'm a copywriter. But I also wear a lot of different hats. I actually came into MAD working with customer service and with the marketing team. I graduated with it seems so far off, pero I graduated with a degree in French and sociology. So I'm yeah.
Okay.
So pero the interest has always been there with travel and with the concern came into MAD really working on the travel part. But I'm also a copywriter. And now working with MAD Market in customer marketing.
Okay. Yeah, I think nowadays, no, the generation, they take a certain course, but iba yung job nila. And it's actually pretty normal na now compared to as long as the interest is there sa
Yes.
job. Same naman din. I graduated with, I took up consular and diplomatic affairs. but I'm in marketing naman now. So, it's, as long as the interest is there. But anyways, okay, thank you for the intro. Now let's talk about Mad Travel PH. So maybe one of you could give like a brief background. When did it start, and what is the main purpose of Mad Travel PH?
Okay, I'll be talking about that portion, I guess.
Okay.
So Mad Travel, Make a Difference Travel. We're a social tourism platform. So medyo heavy yung word na yun. So
Mhm.
just to give you a better idea, we're a social enterprise that uses travel as a means to provide alternative, meaningful experiences. But at the same time, we're able to support marginalized communities in the country. So
Okay.
it's using, yes. So in layman's term, it's mostly like finding the main challenge of a certain marginalized community, and then we use our tours to sort of help them alleviate that current challenge that they're facing, whether it be food security or reforestation.
Okay. How new is Mad Travel PH?
So we started in 2015, but the communities we work with, the one in Zambales, I guess, from 2015, we've been working with them already. But then other communities like our community partners in Bataan and Rizal, we only started last year. Yes, last year. So it's
Okay.
quite, I would say it's quite new in a sense for rin.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Right, right. You mentioned a while ago that you are a social tourism platform. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe you could talk a bit about that. Probably like define. Maybe there are some viewers here who are okay. What is a social tourism platform, nga ba?
Okay, so I guess I should talk first about what a social enterprise is, because MAD actually started from our two co-founders meeting in Gawad Kalinga. If you aren't
Oh, okay.
familiar, Gawad Kalinga, they really promote ending poverty first, and then they also promote yung social enterprises. So social enterprises are businesses that have in their core value of their business, it's to help a certain community. Whether it be, I don't know, a community in Payatas or, I don't know, a community in Marikina, or here, I guess, or a community in Zambales. So it's mainly, that's the core, um, I would say, that's a core topic, that's a core like mission of your business. So we're a social enterprise in a sense that we partner with these communities, these marginalized communities in like Zambales, Bataan, and Rizal. But then we say social tourism platform because we're technically like a travel agency in that sense. So our main product is tours, but then the core of our business is to help these partner communities.
Okay, all right. So, you started off with Zambales, correct?
Yes.
How are they doing now? Since 2015, no? So it's been 5 years. Maybe we could talk about that naman. What you've been doing in Zambales for the past 5 years.
I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll pitch in a
Mm,
bit.
Okay.
So when my travel started, kasi, the one of the part of the mission vision is to help alleviate poverty by including more or both urban and rural communities in social tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the destinations are that have been chosen are still quite familiar, but we try to show a different side to it. For example, Zambales. We know Zambales for its beaches. Um, so, but there's a different side to it. There's the community aspect, and we rarely get to see that. So with Mad Travel, um, to compare from before to now, through the tours, we've been able to start a lot of projects. They're part of our tours. They're the center of the tours. So we are able to experience in the community life where we can engage with the Aita community in Zambales. And we started an agroforestry project.
Okay. Where, sorry, just a question lang. Where in Zambales pala exactly? Is there a specific location or specific barangay?
Yes, it's in San Felipe. It's in the San Felipe area of Zambales. Yes, and we
Okay.
work with the Yangil community, Yangil village in San Felipe, Zambales.
Okay. So, I'm guessing you both have been there na rin with Madden.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. So I actually have some pictures where you can have a better idea of how this area of Zambales looks like if you.
Okay, sige. There we go. I like pictures. So at least we get like we get to really see pag visual kasi mas na-imagine mo. Kasi Mika's right nga eh. Everybody knows na Zambales. I mean, we go there for beach and all that. No, I'm sure not a lot of people know the other side pa of Zambales. So at least we'll get to see. Okay, so while waiting for the photos, okay, Aita Community. When was the last time? Ayan, okay. But when was the last time you went to Zambales?
So, well, I guess yung co-founders namin, the last time they visited was a month before this whole, COVID happened.
Okay, a month
So
before.
that was
Alright.
around, I guess, was it March or something? Yes.
Mm-mm.
I think that was our last tour.
Okay,
Me personally, earlier this year naman.
okay. Okay. So what are we looking at now?
Okay, so to give you a better idea, this is actually the landscape when you visit their area in Zambales. So it's I'm showing you two different landscape. The one on the left side, which is yung denuded land, that is majority of the landscape that you're gonna see. But then with our tours, we were able to reforest a portion around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 5 hectares of the land, and we're talking about 3,000 hectares of land, no. And that's the reforested area of that we were able to we along with the community were able to sort of achieve in that sense. So this is how it looks like in that area. Yeah,
Ganda.
just to give you a better idea. Yeah, it's very nice. Actually, a nice story that they always tell us is parang when our founder went to this area, he took pictures and selfies and then parang in-upload niya thinking, okay, this is such a nice landscape. Tapos biglang yung friends niya, I think from Mindanao, commented, Raf, actually hindi maganda yung land na yan. If you look closer, the mountains are already naked, etc. So parang that's when we realized na, okay, there's a problem in this land. Like we have to reforest it.
Okay, so this photo exactly
Yes.
considered na ba yan as naked?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you actually go on tour and then when you walk on the lahar itself, so we say lahar because it's like a mix of volcanic ash pa rin, even if year 1991 na yung eruption, no. Super init ng temperature, like even during the morning or what, parang it's very hot because there's really no shade when you walk through that area.
Yeah. Oo nga. Okay.
And yeah, most of the path that we walk on to Yangil village is actually a riverbed, no, Risa? It's a dried up
Sorry.
riverbed. It's a
Yes.
riverbed
Okay,
that's
so
dried up.
mm-mm. so paano yun? So of course, you go there, you go to San Felipe by car. And then you have to walk pa going to the community.
Yes.
So
So it's an hour walk to the community.
Hour walk. So you really have
Yeah.
to I don't know, make sure you have all that strength. An hour walking. I mean, okay, I'm sure we all walk like at least an hour a day. Well, before the lockdown, no? But I think this one is a different kind of walk. Looking at your
Yeah.
photos, I mean,
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't able to include a photo of. We have something called the Grab Carabao.
Grab
It's basically a carabao dragging a kariton that you
what
could
is
ride. But then,
Carabao?
we call it a Grab Carabao. It's just a Carabao with a Pariton. But it's sort of to help. The only reason we don't force naman people to walk, but then we give them the option to walk that 1 hour to get to the villages, so they understand how the ITAs in that community go through on a daily basis. That they really have to walk that stretch.
Okay. Yeah, kasi okay, the ITAs have to go from their community to parang what do you call it? Like the
Yung
main
bayan, yeah,
Oo,
like the
yan.
bayan.
Just to get their daily necessities. Parang ganun ba yun?
Yes, well, some of them kasi have part-time jobs in the bayan, so yun, they go all the way there. But then I also know that parang a certain grade, like if for school, parang they have a preschool in their village, but then for the higher grade levels, they have to walk that stretch to go to the bayan and go to their school.
Wow. Grabe, no?
Yes.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine walking an hour from your
Yes.
house to school tapos back? Grabe. I bet they're fit na rin. They have to, yun. But okay, that's
Yeah.
really...
And also, yeah. And then Erica, you were saying something about necessities. So that's also the reason why we want to do the reforestation. I mean, we're currently doing the reforestation program, and I'm trying to share with you an image, one of the recent images of our plant nursery. So what we want to do is to help them not just reforest their land, but also grow their agroforest in their area. So in their own backyards, they'll have their own basic necessities now. So they can get vegetable, fruits, just a few walks away, because they have all the land. They have all the land. Like they're blessed with 3,000 hectares of land that is ancestral land given by the government. So might as well make use of it, no? That can be their grocery na rin.
Right, yeah. What you're doing is really good. I mean, it will help them din eh. Kasi I can't imagine, no, an hour away just to get supplies, and then you go back, and then how many times do you do that, no, in a week, in a month?
Yeah.
So at least you're helping the community. But this is really interesting. Okay, so before we move on, we're gonna go on break first, just for a few minutes.
Okay.
Don't leave just yet. To my viewers, promise this is really, really interesting. They have more to talk about, so don't leave just yet. We'll be right back after these few announcements.
A difference only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.